Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Then activate some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil you for? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil you for? Yeah, some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, eh. People hustle, no day, no day. Yeah. But my hustle bringing some more thing. Oh, why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? See, I pay your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go cocky my leg on no. Cock like a big boy. Jehovah, you make me a big boy. When they make it noise, I don't talk. Take a lepe, walking one side, the students and the bluffy, then they come in, baby, cripple. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Jehovah, you shower your blessings. Don't tell a Jawana. No kind of way I can get it. I must spoil you for. Way you can do it for me. I must spoil you for. Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. I wake up. Yeah. People hustle, no day, no day. No day, no day. But my hustle bringing so much in. Oh, I must spoil you for. I travel too far, I come back. Go America, I come back. I go Australia, I go Norway, I go Sweden, come back. You can let me go Holland, you can let me go Germany, you can let me go Britain. I came back and nominate me for MTV. My parents be say on MTV, my man see me on MTV. Why am I spoiling for? Some kind of way I can get it. Why am I spoiling for? Why must spoil you over? Oh, some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. Oh, hustle, no day, no day. Then I get it. But my hustle bringing so much in. My hustle. I must spoil you. I must spoil you. They liking and playing the music. That's gonna shine for me the music. Jehovah keep blessing the music. If that's, let them come. But Jehovah bless you, who can vote for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you?
These are 5 facts about breast cancer in under a minute. Every 13 minutes, a woman in the USA dies of breast cancer. 1 in 12 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Breast cancer also affects men and kills 450 men in the USA every year. Exercise such as walking and a little light jog will reduce breast cancer by 30%. Breast cancer is one of the most survivable types of cancer.
Considerations in advanced prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer among men in the United States, excluding certain skin cancers. A common misperception about prostate cancer is that it is rarely fatal. In fact, it is the second leading cause of cancer-related death among men in the United States. While it is true that prostate cancer is largely curable when diagnosed and treated early, patients with advanced prostate cancer have a less favorable prognosis. Advanced prostate cancer is defined as cancer that has spread beyond the original tumor. The most recent statistics estimate that 3 out of 10 men are still alive 5 years after being diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer. Male hormones, such as testosterone, cause prostate cancer to grow and survive. Early treatments for prostate cancer attempt to lower levels of testosterone in the body. This is known as hormone therapy. However, prostate cancer tumors may eventually begin to grow again, even though levels of testosterone in the body are low. At this point, the cancer is considered to be advanced. Researchers are studying why this occurs to gain a better understanding of how to develop treatments for prostate cancer. Talk to your doctor about questions you may have about advanced prostate cancer. Recent basic science and medical evidence suggest that one possible reason that tumors continue to grow is that they become extremely sensitive to the low levels of testosterone that surround them. In this way, tumors can grow even though there are extremely low levels of testosterone in the bloodstream. Additionally, studies done in both animals and humans show that the tumor may begin to produce its own supply of testosterone. This means the tumor is capable of fueling its own growth. In other words, in advanced prostate cancer, there is evidence to suggest that the tumor may be providing its own testosterone so that it can grow without depending on other sources of testosterone production. Talk to your doctor about new information regarding advanced prostate cancer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are back here on Liberian Radio and Television Network this afternoon. Today is Monday, the 18th day of November. Like we said the last time on Friday, when we come here today, we will be discussing high blood pressure as a sign of abnormality of the heart. So today we will be discussing the high blood pressure as a sign of abnormality. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. So we want you to share this video for us and pay attention to our heart, our high blood pressure. That's a discussion because I know that high blood pressure is one of the leading killer, silent killer in our world today. So we're just showing you, we're just telling you, discussing it as a sign, okay? So share the video so that people will come and we will discuss it. And if you have a question, and I will also put my number on the screen, and you will look at that. So let me just put that number up there, and I will put that number up there so that you will look at that. To that would be our number, so that you will see what we're talking about, and you will know that. So that will be the number. The 267-581-6177. You can call that number to contribute to the show. This is the platform for education. This is the show platform for education on Liberian Radio and Television Network. We're discussing things matter to our body and what we need to do to maintain prolonged life. Okay? So, like we said, we're discussing the heart today as a pump. Now, the heart as a pump, we will show you actually the heart as a pump. We want you to know that the heart as a pump. So we just want you to know the heart as a pump. So we want you to look at that. We want you to look at that. We want you to look at that. If you can really view us and looking at what you see on the side of the screen, that's the heart. That is the pump that what we want to be discussing today, and the pressure in our heart is what we're going to be discussing also as a sign, as something that is not correct, something that is not correct. So you'll see that heart. You see that heart is what we're talking about. That heart is what we're talking about. You know, that heart is what we're talking about. Is a pump, and the pressure in there is the sign that we're going to be discussing. All right. As you look at our heart, it's the size of your fist. If you fold your hand, the face of your hand represents exactly the size of your heart inside your body. That's how it is. If your face is big, your face is big, your heart, the higher your heart is. If your face is small, your heart is high, your heart is. So, if your body is small, you know, when you make a fist, your heart, it will be small, and you must know that will be the size of your heart. All right? Your face is big and you're a big body person, okay, you should know that would be the size. So we're discussing it as a pump today. So we want you to share the video. This is a platform for education on Liberian Radio and Television Network. Okay? So you see that now, this is what we're going to be discussing. So what we will do now is we will want you to listen and bring friends so that we can discuss. All right? It's like if you build your house and you have what we call a pump. You buy you a pump, a plastic pump you want to connect to your kitchen, to your bathroom. The pump you're going to connect, that pump that you're going to buy, you connect it, it's a new one. If you're looking at pump, it's going to be a new pump. You connect it. You connect that. You connect that pump, and when you turn your pump on, you know the water is going to be flowing very good. You know, it will come with all the force. You see that? The force will be very good. The water will be flowing very good. That's how a clean pump looks like. That's how a clean pump looks like. You see? So when you connect that pump, you are going to have that force as if you had no problem. But as time go by, you will continue to run water through that pump. You think the water is clean? No, the water is not clean. As the water run through that pump, there are some dirt in that pump. It will continue to stick on the wall of that pump. It will continue to stick on the wall of that pump inside. From time to time, as it stick on the wall of that pump, it continue to narrow the inside of that pump. Even though the inside of the pump is getting narrow because of the dirt in the water passing over time, but the amount of pressure that the heart is using to pump, okay, the amount of pressure the heart is using to pump the blood to all part of your body is not being reduced, but the inside of the pump is being reduced from the dirt we call debris as it pass through, as the water pass through the pump, and the dirt continue to sit inside. It continue to sit inside, continue to sit inside. It lay on the wall, keep laying on the wall, keep laying on the wall. It keep narrowing the inside of the pump, inside of the pump, inside of the pump. Now you don't change that pump. You don't even think about cleaning the inside of the pump. You just think that the way you put the new pump and connect it, that's how it's going to be throughout. No, it's not going to be like that. That's just how we think. We think when we are born and we start walking, we start eating all the food. We eating fat, we eating protein, we eating carbohydrate and all that kind of thing. And everyday things going on all right. We think nothing is happening. No, something is happening. Each time our heart pump, is pumping the blood into our different part of our organs in the body, because the blood, you know, is the only medium that can carry food, carry water, carry all that we eat, carry food, water, and oxygen to all part of our body. The blood is the only one, and that blood has to be sent to all part of the body by this pump that we call the heart. By this pump that we call the heart. The heart is the pump. It's supposed to. It's the pump. Is the work of the heart is just to pump this blood to all part of our body, so that your eyes will have blood and oxygen, your toes will have blood and oxygen, and all part of your body will have blood and oxygen and food. That's why your body grows. That's how your body becomes shine, and you get heavy, you got light. Anything that go wrong with your body is responsible by the blood, and the heart. That's why when something is go wrong with the heart, we can say secondary to the heart. Secondary to the heart, because what happened? If the heart is not, some part of your body looking blue and other things like that, whenever oxygen is in the blood, the part of your body look red, okay? But when the oxygen is being released from the blood, that place become blue. You see? So those are some of the things that you got to be understanding of your own body. This is some of the things you got to be understanding of your own body. So let's say that heart is continuing to pump the blood through this pipe, and this pipe continuing to clean up. It continuing to leave some dirt on the wall. It continuing to leave some dirt on the wall. Now, as it continue to leave dirt on the wall become to be narrow, continue to be narrow. But the pressure that the heart is pumping the blood with is not going to be reduced, even though the inside of the pump is getting narrow, getting small. But the same amount of blood, the same amount of pressure will be used by that heart to continue to pump, continue to push the blood through that pipe, continue to push that blood through that pipe. All right? Now, as they continue, you come to the hospital now. You think everything all right. As long as You are not feeling sick, your head not hurting, you get up and eat and go do everything. You say, oh, nothing wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with me. No, something is wrong. Mind you, you are growing. Once you get to be uh, 18, you reach the age of 18, you're going to be a young adult. You are in your late stage of adolescence. You are going to be a young adult in early college, 18, 20, 19, 20. Young adult in early college. Something, don't think say it's all bread and butter. Check. Continue to go to the hospital. Keep checking. Continue to go to the hospital. Sometimes they will say, oh, you have, did your mom, when you go to the hospital, they ask you, did your mom have a high blood pressure? Did your mom have a diabetes? And all these kind of, because these are chronic disease that exist among mankind from time to time based on what we eat. Based on what we eat. These are chronic, long-lasting diseases that we recognize to be among mankind. So you want to live long and be healthy, you have to keep watching up. You have to keep looking at what you eat. You have to keep exercising. You have to keep going to the hospital to check your blood pressure. So now you go to the hospital, we check the blood pressure. To say, oh, last week or last month or last year you were here, your blood pressure was all right. But this time, it's like your blood pressure gone a little bit. You say, but my blood pressure always all right. Don't think so. Don't think so. Your blood pressure will all be all right, but some day it's going to be off, because inside that pump there's a dirt stain on the wall all the time. And besides, there's also certain amount of hormones that your brain will secrete and send it inside the blood. And when that hormone get inside the blood, that blood vessel will contract. And when something contract, it come together, it make the inside more narrow. And those things only happen when your blood pressure is lower than it's supposed to be. Then the heart then the body now will say, why this blood pressure is so low. So let me have the heart to send us some mechanism so that we can constrict the blood vessel and the blood pressure will come out and we will continue to have normal thing here. All right. So it doesn't mean that when the pressure in the pump is high, it means that because of all the debris all the time. No, there are other things that can cause the blood pressure inside that pump to be high. There are some other things that can cause that blood pressure to be high. So whenever you go there, your blood pressure is high. The doctor said, well, your blood pressure is high. Why is the blood pressure high? Why is it that the blood pressure is high? Let's check it out. Let's check out why the blood pressure is high. Then the doctor go into this particular investigation. Okay? He continued to check, number one, the oil part of the food that we eat. Because when the oil that we eat, we are not eating the right type of oil. All right? Let me bring it together. Let me give you some example. If we are not eating the right type of oil, especially palm oil, those are all that from Liberia on the continent of Africa, especially Liberia, we eat a lot of palm oil. Palm oil is good and palm oil is bad. You see, the more you eat palm oil, we eat palm oil in few different ways. We got palm oil that we set it up, and before we can get this palm oil It comes from the palm oil branch we call palm butter and other things like that. When you call another oil toboggi, when it is, that's the kind of oil that is set. By the time you set it down, it sleep. You set it down, it sleep. Those are saturated type of oil, and that's the one we say, oh, he eat too much saturated type of food, oil that is not good for the heart, because by right, our body temperature is not, it's just normal for you to keep doing anything. Your temperature is not supposed to be high, uh, like you are sick. Is it like we say 98.6 degrees our body temperature? But look at this oil that we eating. We eat this oil when we're sitting down and continue to sleep. Our body temperature is that at that normal temperature. But the oil that we eat is in a mix with our blood. When we go look, we sitting down now, we say we're sleeping. That oil, that whole blood become to be, it will not be moving that much. Okay? That oil became to stay from the blood. It leave the blood, it stay on the wall. It stay on the wall of this same identical pump. Okay? And that's the one, as we continue to eat that kind of oil, it will clot that pump faster. You see? It will clot that pump faster. You eat one type of oil, like the toboggi, like the palm oil all the time, it will not be the right thing. Or you eat the fatty part of the meat. Okay? Now you see oxtail, you see oxtail and other animal that have fatty substance. Then when they cook it, it's nice. When you boil it, you will not know that that particular meat has fat. But you cook the meat, cut the stove off, let it stay in the pot, set it on the stove, and then you wait for few minutes. Let it get cool down. It get completely cool. Look at it. Open the pot and look at it. Everything cool. You see that white, sleepy oil on top. The under it is the water. That's what we're talking about. That's the kind of fat that is not good for the body. That's the kind of fat we're talking about. You see? So when you're eating chicken, remove the fat. The skin always has a lot of fat inside. The chicken skin has a lot of fat in it. When you're eating beef, take the fat from there. When you're eating pork, take the fat from on it. All right? As a matter of fact, try to boil the meat first. When you boil the meat and the oil, the grease all melt from on it, then while it's hot, take the meat from there and put it down. Then season that meat before you are ready to eat it. That means you have reduced the fatty substance in that meat. It will help you up. That's why that's how you should be eating. That's how you should be reducing the fatty substance that you eat. So if you don't do that, you continue to eat all the chicken or oxtail and all these gugu, palm butter, grease, and other things like that. It clot the artery. It clot the artery over time. When the heart now continue to pump the blood, that pressure now inside that little hole, okay, that's not how that pump was from the beginning. The pump was clear, but because of the food that you're eating, it continues to leave the greasy food on the wall of the artery. Greasy food, you see. Sometimes you go to a certain place, we have McDonald's, Burger King. So they tell you, say, oh, juicy Mac. Don't mind it. Juicy Mac, it means that it got a whole lot of grease. Okay? That juicy Mac got a whole lot of grease. It's just like the Chinese food, the Chinese cook and give it to us. You see? The Chinese that cooking that food, you think they're eating it? They ain't eating it. You look at the food that the Chinese themselves eating. You see? They face a nice salmon fish or a snapper fish that had no grease. Then they take the string beans and broccoli and everything like that and put it down. Then they cook their rice, white one. They take that rice with the string beans and broccoli and take the fish and eat. But the meat that they put down there and they put the MSG on it, huh? When you tasted the MSG, it's already seasoned. But when you taste it, you say, oh yeah, this food, I think that all I will be eating. You know, it tastes good to the mouth. But mind you, let that food get inside the body. Let that food get inside the body. Few times. You have observed this for about your friends or so. You go to like we used to work some time ago into the hospital. We go to work every time, lunchtime, we say, oh, you know what? I can't go to the cafeteria. Let's order Chinese food. Every time we order Chinese food, yeah, shrimp fried rice, pork fried rice, broccoli and this. Okay. We keep eating that. Keep eating that. When you go look, we putting all weight, the stomach getting bigger and everything. We swelling. Oh yeah, man, you putting all weight. Oh yeah. You see those kind of thing? We don't even know what we have been eating. We don't know what we have been eating. These are things that are not good for the body, but it tastes good in the mouth. You see? So that oil continue to clot that narrow, it continue to narrow the pump, that particular pump, it continue to narrow. Then when that pipe is not inside get narrow and they pump the blood now. They hard pump the blood now. The pressure is pumping, the force he pumping this blood with become very high in that little space for that blood to pass. Okay? Why is it that sometimes we say that we are saying the blood pressure is a sign? Because it's a sign because the pump or the pipe there has developed all kinds of grease in it. It had narrowed that opening. That's a sign that telling us that inside that pipe is narrow. We see our blood pressure goes up. That one sign. And that sign is telling us that something happening inside that pipe. That's not the only thing. You see? Sometime again, let me show you here somewhere we say, okay, you see the heart over there? I want you to see that heart over there. See that heart very well over there. You see that heart? You see where the those two little things on top of the heart, those two little strip on top of the heart. Okay, the bigger one over there, we call that the aorta. The aorta, and that is the main pump that through which all the blood go to all part of the body. Okay, but when the vial inside that pump right here in that pipe is a bigger pipe through which the blood goes to the body. But if the vial inside there is narrow, the vial doesn't open very well, then the heart will have hard time pumping all the blood to go through that narrow vial. That's what we call stenosis. It becomes another abnormality of the heart. You see, when we say high blood pressure is a sign of the heart abnormality. You see, that's why we put it there. It becomes another abnormality of the heart. That's why that blood pressure is high. All right? That's why that blood pressure is high. Because the aorta that's supposed to be carrying this blood, the vial that's supposed to open before the blood can go through, that vial cannot open good. It's tight. The vial is tight. So before it can open, it just open a little bit. Then the heart now got to pump all the blood through that vial for it to get to the body. You see? So aortic stenosis, the tightness of the aorta vial of that aortic valve can cause what we call high blood pressure also. It will be high. The blood pressure will be high also. You don't know. You see? And on the other hand, when the heart is that aortic, now I want you to see when we take the heart and open it up and lay it down completely and open it up. You see the taker side of the heart. You see the inside there? That's the place the blood sits, and the heart close together. It pump it and go through the valve. You see that valve? What you see that valve? When I say the aorta, you see the big. That's the the aortic vessel we're talking about. You see that aortic vessel we're talking about? Okay, that's the aortic vessel we're talking about. So when you see there's this valve here is tight. You see that? When that valve is tight, that's the place will bring trouble. The pressure will be high. And when the pressure is high, the heart muscle will become large. It will become thicker. It's just like you do exercise every day, your muscle become thicker and other things like that. You keep lifting all weight, you got good muscle. That's what happens. When the heart get thicker, it's a problem. But when you do exercise, your muscle get bigger. That's not what we're talking about. But when your heart continues to pump the blood against pressure and it get thicker, you see how thick it can be? That's what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. So that's what we're talking about. Okay? This is what we're talking about. Did you see that heart? We talk exactly about that when the heart is thicker. Okay? That's what we're talking about. So the doctor will check to see if they tell you, say, let's check your lipid, your blood lipid. It means the grease. It means the grease. We want to see how much grease, how much oil, how much oily substance you have in your blood. Let's check that out. Okay? They will check, they will do that blood lipid and can tell you, oh, your cholesterol, this is what we're talking about now. This is where cholesterol coming out in you. Oh, your cholesterol is high. Okay, y'all see something? Cholesterol is high. Where does cholesterol come from? We know normally our body makes cholesterol too. Is it to do different things? Our body can make cholesterol and send it to make testosterone for men. And the testosterone for men is supposed to keep the man erection straight. So our body does need cholesterol. So that cholesterol is used to make testosterone. It's not the only thing that the cholesterol is used for now. Our body can also use cholesterol to make bile. That's why bile means in your liver. You know, they say gallbladder, right? You see that little, when you kill the chicken, you see the gallbladder in the liver, right? And you move that gallbladder, the fluid inside gallbladder is very bitter, right? Okay. Now that's the bile. That's the bile we got in your body, in your liver. Now, to make that bile, the body needs the cholesterol to make that bile. And that bile need to go into the stomach. It need to be sent into the stomach by the body to change the color of our toilet. That one make when you go in the toilet is yellow. Say that's the normal color of the toilet. But the day you go into the bathroom to toilet and you see the toilet is white, you got a problem. You got problem. You better run to the hospital. Your toilet not supposed to be white, because when you eat, let's say you're eating broccoli and dry rice, or you eat fufu. Is the fufu yellow? No, the fufu is not yellow. By right, if the liver do not send the bile inside the stomach to change the color, that fufu that you eat and the white rice will come just the color like that. But that's not how the body want it. The body will have to send the bile inside the intestine, small intestine, where all the good things will be separated. All the good food that you eat, the small intestine go there and say, look, you know what? This is the meat this man ate. This is the green this man ate. This is the oil this man ate. I'm taking the green, the bad green from there. I'm taking the bad meat from there. I'm taking the bad rice from there. You see? So the meat we eat is protein. The rice we eat is carbohydrate. The fat we eat is lipids. You see? We need 3 of these important food to survive. But you got to know what food we eating, what we putting together each day to eat that will make our life normal, that will prolong our life. All right? If we continue to eat fatty food, it will clot our artery. Our artery is the pipe. That's what we're talking about. Our artery is the pipe. If your artery is clotted with the bad food, when we say tteokbokki all the time, you see, one thing for a long time is not good. It does not mean that tteokbokki is bad. No, tteokbokki is good. But you eat it here today, leave it. Okay? Come back and eat dry rice with some olive oil. Okay? Fine. Go back there and eat salad, green leafy vegetable, so that leafy vegetable is green. And anything that green has more contents of iron in it that will help your blood to make more red blood cells. And mind you, our red blood cell, one red blood cell had to live for 120 days. That the only lifespan they got to live. You see? That the only lifespan they got. And this 120 days man in your body had to be so many in order for you to be able to live more than that. You see, it will live in just 120 days, but you should know that many people will not be in the world. Many people will not be here. All right? But the thing that make us to live for more than 75 years, it lived for 120 days. But it had to be produced over and over again. Keep producing. It had to be produced. Your body got to produce it. But you had to help to make your body produce it when you come to certain area, at certain time of your age. All right? You have to keep doing that. You see, the food we eat, we have to help the body, let the body use its food and take the iron content to make the red cell. And that red cell will be more to carry oxygen, will be more to carry food, will be more to carry water to all part of our body. All right? That's what's happening. This is what we need. So, if your body, if your blood pressure is high, it can be high because some of the food that you've been eating from the beginning. People eating all these fatty substance is not too good. Your blood pressure may be high because the bigger pump that carry the water to all part of the blood to all part of your body, the valve may be narrow. Okay, the valve may be narrow. Okay, those are the two major things. And also, on the other hand, the pressure could be high because normally when the blood pressure in the body is lower than it's supposed to be, the body asks the brain to secrete a hormone that's supposed to constrict. Okay, supposed to constrict. That's why when somebody faint, what they try to do, you put cold water in the person, because when they put cold water on you, it constricts your blood vessel. When it constricts your blood vessel, then the pressure inside that blood vessel become high. Then your pressure come up. Then the heart is doing something good, because the pressure the whole blood vessel was just open. When you open like that, then the heart just pump, woo, and you just carry the blood And then at that time, I mean, the heart had no resistance. You see? It had no resistance. Because when you have resistance, when you push on it, you have resistance, you come back with strength. But if you had no resistance to push something, when you push it, hey, you just fall down. And like they say, you will just fall with what you're pushing. You see? You have to have resistance to push against something. Then you yourself that pushing will have some strength to stand back. You see that? You see what happened? That what happened with the heart. You see, the heart pump this thing down, this blood to your body, and that whole thing is that the plate is pumping this water, this blood, no resistance in it. There are nothing there to hold back, or there are no pressure in there. The pressure there is ready, no pressure in there. It's just light. The whole thing open, it become bad. That means the pressure in the body is low. So at that rate, the heart is going to ice the body. That the body going to know that the pressure inside is low. Let me ask the heart, the brain. Look, we need something. The brain then it will secrete the hormones, adrenaline, that will be secreted. When they secrete that, it will go what? It go into the body, into the blood. When it get inside the blood now, it constrict the blood vessel. The blood pressure is little bit, it come out. And that person come out. It will not be feeding no more. You see? So what happens if that adrenaline continue to be produced by the brain abnormally? Continue to be abnormally. Some people have that. Some people have problem with the secretion of hormone that maintain the blood pressure in the body very high all the time. All the time. These are people who go, they will say they got a kind of high blood pressure. Sometimes they will say malignant, something that it just happening, continually happening, abnormally happening. You see? That's why we say high blood pressure is a sign of abnormality of the heart or abnormality of things of organ in the body. You see, suppose the brain is secreting the adrenaline, it become problem. It become abnormal of the brain that's supposed to be responsible to secrete adrenaline and other things like that. That's supposed to be secreting the adrenaline. All right. So you got to be thinking about when your high blood pressure is high. But the main thing when we go to the hospital, they always think about is what causes this pressure to be high. What causes it? Let's go and do the oil. Let's check on cholesterol. That's the oil part. Okay. Let's go and check on the lipids. Let's check on that. All right. Sometimes some people can have another thing going on in the body. There are something that we will eat. What about cigarette? Okay, you have nicotine in cigarette that can help to constrict the vessel also. You see, it helps to constrict the vessel also, and nicotine it affects mainly. This cigarette tobacco affect mainly where we breathing, our breathing session, because when you smoke the cigarette, you inhale, you swallow it, like they say, you swallow the smoke, but the smoke goes right back to the place where you are changing the air. You see, they are changing where you are changing air, you taking air, then you put out the other hot air out, we call carbon dioxide. Then you taking the fresh air, we call oxygen. You see. As long as you continue doing that from time to time, it will cause you problem. All right. For meantime, let's take a little break, and we will be back. In the meantime, look at some of the video that I put there. And these are videos that I put there so that you will just kind of look at what we're discussing here. Some of the things that we'll be discussing from time to time. Okay. So look at this video. For me, for the meantime, let me put it there so that you will see.
people.
Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Why must spoil your liver? Then activate it. Some kind of way I can get it. Why must spoil your liver? Some kind of way you can do it for me. Why must spoil your liver? Yeah, some people go sleep and I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, oh, wake up, eh. People hustle, no day, no day. Yeah. But my hustle bringing so much in. Oh, why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? Why must spoil you for? See, I pay your blessing that no more thing. Tell it before you can do it again. All kind of thing can creep my skin. When you get my own, I go crack in my leg, oh no. Crack like a big boy. Jehovah, you make me a big boy. When they make it noise, I don't talk. Take a lepe, walking one side. The children say they bluffing, then they come in, baby, cripple. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Jehovah, you shower your blessings. Uncle Jawana. No kind of way I can get it. I must spoil you for. Some kind of way you can do it for me. I must spoil you for. Yeah. Some people go sleep and I wake up. Then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up. I wake up, I wake up. Yeah. People hustle, no day, no day.
All right, we are back.
No day.
We are back. We are back. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So we are right back, and let us continue our discussion on, high blood pressure as a sign of heart abnormality. Okay, heart abnormality or abnormality of the pump or abnormality of the pipe, the blood vessel. Something is not normal with the blood vessel. Something is not normal maybe with the brain. Brain do what? Secrete something to secrete a hormone to constrict the blood vessel. The heart pump blood through the big pipe, and that big pipe inside the valve that's supposed to open, inside that valve is tight. We call that aortic stenosis. They pump the blood inside the vessel, and inside that vessel, which is the pipe all over around in the body, that vessel has been cluttered with the fatty substance all the time we eat, They continue to go on the wall until it narrow that vessel. So the pressure in there become high. That means the heart had to pump the blood with the same force, but then as it passed through that small narrow place, the pressure become high to pump to go through there. You see, you would need more force to go in there. Now, if the blood is too much, it has been the same amount of blood that been pushing through that pipe from the beginning. But because we have cluttered our whole eating system with fatty substance, with grease and everything that has been cluttering the inside part of our blood vessel, all right? And up here comes the pressure gone all high, the heart pumping this pressure, and the vessel, inside that vessel is cluttered with oil. It get hard. Okay? When it get hard, because it lay against that. It keep parting over. Now it make the inside narrow, and it make the blood vessel, instead of the blood vessel contracting, it just gets hard, tight. It can't contract. It can't even go together. It can't even turn. We call that arteriosclerosis. Atherosclerosis, what happened? Because your fatty substance had gone deposited on the wall and made your blood vessel high. We can also find out, we say this person had developed atherosclerosis. You think that under one vessel, you think that under one place, and you are bad lucky and you develop the atherosclerosis around your brain, around your kidney, around your liver, and the heart pump with the same amount of force, and the blood passing through this small narrow artery, boom. And if this vessel is already narrow, it already small inside, they're already small, and it hard. You put a high pipe, a high pressure into it, it breaks. If it breaks into the brain, we call that stroke. It break into the brain, we call that stroke. That's where somebody who has stroke, we say the person has stroke. If it break into the brain, what part of the brain, what side of the brain did this artery break? It break on the left side of the brain. That means when it break on the left side of the brain, the whole right side of your body, you can't move anything around that side. You see, if it break on the left side, the whole on the right side, then if it break on the right side of the brain, the left side, you can't do anything on that side of your left side. So these are things that happen. You see many times, you see the person, they say, oh yeah, no, I may have stroke. Look at him, he can't move, his whole left side is messed up. What side did the man have that stroke? It's simple. He have it on the left side. That's the place the artery got harder. It got hard. It could not contract. It break because the pressure that was inside, it was high. It break when the heart pump that blood through. It breaks, and it started leaking on the main brain. Okay, that's what happened when we continue to eat fatty substance. Our pressure become high. It become a sign. That sign now, we got to be looking for why this pressure is high. What causes pressure to be high? It's a sign. It's telling us something is wrong. Something is wrong in the body. Let's check it out. Go to the hospital and check it, because high blood pressure is a sign. It's a sign and silent killer. It will be silent. You will not know. High blood pressure does not tell you that it's going to be high today. All right? You always got to go to the hospital. Okay? Sometimes you get to the hospital, the doctor will put you on calcium channel blocker. They tell you all these things. They will put you on beta blocker. They tell you all these medicine. Which one do you respond to? Which one will respond to your blood pressure very well? Which one that will respond to your blood pressure very well? Okay, you take that normally. Now we have come to understand that the way we used to take blood pressure, that's not how we take it this time. We used to take blood pressure in the morning before we go to work, because we feel that when we go to work, we are confronted with all different problems during the day that will make us excited, make us angry, and other things like that. And when normally you are angry, your pressure goes up. So let's take my blood pressure and go to work. But if you take your blood pressure and go to work, that's not how study has told us is right. Study has told us it's not right. Take your blood pressure at night, because majority of stroke that goes on, it happens at night. Okay. Mind you, our heart is something we call autonomic nervous system. And that autonomic nervous system is being controlled by our brain. Autonomic means self. You yourself take care of yourself. We had no control over our heart beating. You see, we had no control over our heart beating. Like you say, I will hold my breath, I will not breathe. You sit down, you hold your breath. Okay? You're not breathing. All right? But can you say, I will hold my heart and my heart will not beat? You can't do that. Can you say I will hold my brain and my brain will not do it? You can't do that. You see, these are things that just work normally. You have no control over it. You see, if you have control over that, you go say, look, why is it that my pressure is high? You will have to do something. But we had no control over that. We had no control over our pressure. You see, the only thing we can assume, maybe I'm eating too much tteokbokki, I'm eating too much palm oil, I'm eating too much greasy chicken, pork every day, I'm eating bacon, egg, cholesterol carrying food, I'm eating it too much. That's how we feel. Maybe I'm eating that too much. You eating egg every morning, eating egg bacon, eating egg bacon, eating egg bacon. That's good, but you know the cholesterol contents of egg is like 300 milligrams in one yolk. Okay, it's correct. A lot of cholesterol we're taking in. Again, we the men, we need cholesterol now. We need cholesterol so that our testosterone can be produced by our testicle, because we don't have the cholesterol now. Now we can't function as a man, and then it becomes a big problem for us. We can't function. We go lie down. We see the young girl, we can't do nothing. You see why? Because we have come to an age that our body is not producing cholesterol, is not producing testosterone no more, but we need to help the body to produce cholesterol. So as a result, let us eat to produce testosterone. Let us eat some food that got cholesterol in it. The body will take that cholesterol and make testosterone, and will come back, and the body will function, and our erection will be good. You see, what is the man when he had no erection? Yeah? When he had no erection. But look at the stomach in front of him. Look at the stomach in front of this man. Can this man's stomach be this big and high erection? It's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible. You see, everything inside his stomach ain't right. Ain't right. You see? So women there want to do some bad thing to the man. Do some bad thing to the man. You know what the women can do? They will just go and coat the tteokbokki nice and give it to the man. The man continue to eat, continue to eat, continue to eat. You know, so that this man can develop cholesterol. He can develop this whole lot of cholesterol in the artery, or they just gave him some fatty food. He eat oxtail, he eat pork, he eat egg. The woman just fix it. In 2 to 3 years time, that man will sit down there. He will not function no more. That man will not function no more, because the cholesterol is not being the cholesterol has been too much now, has been clogging his artery, and at the same time the body cannot use that cholesterol so now to make testosterone, because if the floating cholesterol is too much, the body cannot use it no more, so it just go floating into the artery. You see, as a result, testosterone cannot be produced. As a result, the man cannot have no more erection. All the man got to be eating now just to eat tteokbokki. Just sit there and eat. Just sit there and eat your tteokbokki. Sit there and eat your bacon. Sit there and eat your egg. Okay? And sit there and eat that. And the little amount of testosterone you get there now, what happened? When estrogen come and beat that up now, when another cholesterol to come and take, another hormones come and take that the little floating testosterone, it take it and beat it to another estrogen, and the more testosterone going down, the more estrogen is being secreted. You see the thing? That's the female hormones. Now here, our hormone testosterone going down, then the female hormone is being produced so much in our body. When you go look, the man start having breasts like a young girl. You see, the stomach becoming big, and you see all his side, the stomach sitting down there. When you see men of that side, will all the character of breast becoming bigger, the stomach become bigger, and the hip become bigger, that man is not functioning normal. That man is not functioning no more. This man, you gotta hold this man. You gotta tell this man to go to the hospital. Let something be done for this man to continue to function. Other than that, somebody is going to do something to this man that he will not know what they are doing to him. Because you can't be a man and you can't function. Well, how you expect your wife to do? How you expect your wife to respect you normal? You see, your wife supposed to know that you are a man over there and do as you're supposed to do. Okay? So we do not need this kind of thing. We do not need this kind of thing. It is right for the man to function as normal all the time. When you get to an age that your erection is being reduced, find you a supplement. Okay? Find you a supplement to help you boost your testosterone secretion level into the body. But don't just let it go. Don't just let it go. If you let it go, you think your wife is going to be satisfied. Your wife cannot be satisfied. And you sit down there and you every day you get complaint. Oh no, I worked too hard today. Oh, you know why my leg been hurting. Oh, you know why my head hurting. Every day your head hurting because you're trying to block the fact that you can't say the truth, the fact that you can't have normal erection. You're trying to get excuse to so that the woman will say, "Oh, you are sick." You think the woman will continue to take excuse 2-3 years? No. Then somebody will come along the road to help you out here. You know, some guy will come be helping you out here. You see, the only thing, those things ain't right. You see, if somebody start helping you and they help you very well, you got problem again. You see, problem is all around us, people. It's all around us. Somebody help you so much in that kind of case and the woman continue to follow that side, then she looking at you with one eye in the house. Do you want that? Please. So, in short, don't sit there. Watch what you're eating. Go to the hospital on a timely basis. Check your doctor. Let your doctor check these hormones. Check my cholesterol. Check my blood level. How much blood do I have? Okay. Check my testosterone level. Check my prostate and all that. You understand? Let me turn the phone number over there. If you got some problem or you got some question, call me right now. Okay, call me right now. Call me right now. That's the phone number there. Okay, that's the phone number right there. Call me and we will call me. Look at that and call me if you have some problem. I will give you a few minutes. If you don't call me, no problem. If you don't call me, it means that you understand what we're talking about. You understand. You don't have anything we're talking what we're talking about. You understand it good, very well. All right. But this is what happened. This is what will happen when we say high blood pressure is a sign of abnormality, especially we talk about the heart. Okay, high blood pressure. When you see that, you can be thinking what is happening to the heart because the heart continue to pump with force, heavy force. The heart itself become enlarged. We develop what we call cardiomegaly. You don't want to see. You don't like that. Especially cardiomegaly come from something like aortic stenosis. The big pipe, the valve of the big pipe is tight. It can't open correct. So when the heart pump there with a heavy force, it keep doing that over and over, it getting large. You see that? It getting large. And when it getting large, it can't pump the blood very much. Then it just can just shake a little bit. Now if it cannot shake, it cannot pump very much, then we got another problem. That means the amount of blood that's supposed to go to all part of the body, that amount of blood will not be sent to all part of the body. If it can't be sent to all part of the body, then that's some problem, especially to the heart, to the heart muscle or to the brain. There we come up with heart attack. There we come up with ischemia and all these little small word that you hear from the doctor and all that kind of thing. You see, now they've got to go back and to find out why the heart was enlarged. You see, that's a big problem. It starts from that fight, the fight that we got from the beginning. It starts from that fight. Okay, the fact that a high blood pressure comes as the fact that the high blood pressure comes as the mean of a hormone being secreted that would constrict the blood vessel, that kind of cause is not too much plenty around. Okay, it's not that much plenty around. It's not that much plenty around. But high blood pressure, because inside the food that we've been eating too much fatty food is too much plenty around as the cause. Okay, as the cause of fat that we've been eating. That is the fat thing that doctor always look at first. These people eat these things. Some of the food that we eat, we call it Big Mac. Big Mac at McDonald's. The juicy Big Mac. All right? They made this fatty food and set it down. And all that kind of thing. That's what we're talking about. Okay? Those are the kind of thing that we're talking about. So we do not want that kind of program. All right? So for today, it is 5 minutes now after 1 o'clock. Okay, people? 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. So we want you to pay attention, and we hope that you learn something today. And on Wednesday we'll be coming back, and we'll bring a topic to discuss. We will bring a topic to discuss on some of the venereal diseases. You see, sometimes you hear something, you forget. But the more we continue to talk about it, you will learn. You will have learned it, okay? You will have learned it. So we will talk about some venereal diseases on Wednesday, all right? But today we talk about that. Okay? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Abraham calling from United Kingdom.
Okay, Abraham calling. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro.
Okay.
Dad, I'm watching you live.
Okay, you watching me live. Thank you from the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
How you say over there? Okay?
Yeah, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a discussion. Why somebody who got high blood pressure, is this good for the person to eat chicken egg?
Like we said, too much of one thing is not good, you know. Yeah, you can eat chicken egg, but you got to remember this: the yellow part of chicken egg, it carried 300 milligrams of cholesterol, and you know cholesterol is one of the causes of high blood pressure, because cholesterol, if it get inside the blood and it stay on the wall of the pipe, or we call the arteries, it narrow the inside. So cholesterol is one of the causes that they always advise or against. Don't eat too much of cholesterol. Don't eat too much of fat. Fat is it derived from there. That's where those cholesterol come from, and that way it is made. You know. So we do not recommend that people with high blood pressure, they should be involved into eating all these kind of substance, greasy food, eating McDonald's hamburger, and let's say the bacon, the egg, and all that. Eating it once in a blue moon will not do anything bad. But when you got a high blood pressure, you gotta be watching what you eat.
Okay. What about salt as well?
Okay, you see, it's salt. It's not bad. You see, most of the time, the doctor will just tell you, say, okay, yeah, do not eat salt. Do not eat salt. It's not right to eat salt. Okay, you know what they're telling you? They are right, because they don't want to go deeper. But you take a salt. You yourself take a salt in your house. Take a salt and put it on a plate. Set it down. Okay, set that salt down, and then you wait overnight, or you cover that salt and wait overnight after tomorrow come. All right, you put it in the heat. Put that salt in the heater plate and cover it. Then you wait overnight. When you come back the next day, that salt melt, and what happened to it? What you see? Water, right?
Yeah.
It melt. It get to water. The same way with sugar. Okay, it get to water. So that's what happened when you eat too much of salt. Okay, it draw water. It take water from the body and put it inside the blood, and it increase the blood volume. And when it increase the volume, the heart now going to have how much force now to push that amount of volume, because you are already increased it by inducing salt into your diet. You see, that's why they tell you in short, do not eat salt, because that salt will take water from the cells and put it inside the blood volume, inside the artery, and that's the place the bloods are, and the artery will start taking in water in order to dilute the salt. So the more you want taking in more water to dilute the salt, what happened? You got more blood. The blood volume now will be more, because you got more water in there now. That's why they say don't eat salt. If you do that, the pressure will be up.
So that's the same as magnitude, right?
Magnitude is a season. It's a season. It's good. We know that, but it doesn't mean that you can eat. Like we say again, there are salt. Anything, any season has salt in it.
Yeah.
Yes, but eating it, you have to limit it especially you know that you are high blood pressure patient. You have to limit the eating of seasoned salt.
All right.
Yes.
So, if I get this right, why are some of the advanced food that someone who got pressure should be eating normally?
Okay. You can eat a little bit. Some people who can completely cut off from eating salt. That's all. But in those days, sometimes we used to know from back home. You see, the people call what they call country soda, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the people who call country soda, they will take the palm tree, the branch of the palm tree, it dry, they burn it, and they take the ashes and put it in the funnel and put the water on it. It drain down. When it drain down, the water dry, it leave a salt behind. All right? That salt is not tasting like the salt like the iodine salt. It does not taste like that. You see? That's the type of salt that does not bring water inside the blood vessel. You see that kind of thing?
Okay.
That's the kind of salt. But when you're eating the kind of salt, you want to eat that, you don't have that mechanism to produce such kind of salt. You can put a little, 2-finger pinch of salt, because salt is intended to give taste to the food. And more people eat food and they don't taste the food. They don't have salt on the food. It don't taste good. They might not like it. All right, but Some people take two pinch or 1 pinch finger, and then of salt and put it on the food, and the rest of it is completely just cold and no salt. It's okay, and they will eat their food like that, and they will continue. They will not eat. They will want to get away from greasy food, and all that. They will want to eat more of vegetable, leafy green vegetable, and something like that. They will want to eat and drink more of water, pure plain water, instead of juice and other things that got sugar in it and all that kind of thing.
Sugar also got part to play in pressure, right?
Sugar has the same thing to they all draw water anyway. Yeah, they all draw water, because that's why they tell you, say, you eat sugar, you will create heart problem. Pressure will be high. When you go low, the kidney will overwork, because that sugar you eating is putting more water inside the blood, and as a result, the kidney is now forced to filter more blood in order to get water out of it. In order it to get water. Now that sugar is inside the blood. Now the little tube that, or a little knot that's sitting on the kidney, okay, that's supposed to secrete insulin to take the sugar from the blood and give it to the body cell to be strong. If that insulin is not secreted, the sugar will stay inside that blood, and your sugar go on high. There where you now develop another thing we call diabetes. You see? So this is what happened. Now you can get the diabetes at the same time you got high blood pressure. Now more people who got diabetes, they got high blood pressure. You see?
Yeah.
They got high blood pressure because the sugar bring water in and it expand the blood volume. The sugar is not sitting in the blood. The insulin is not easy for the body now to secrete that insulin to make to go and open the cell out and take the sugar, put it in there. So if the insulin is not that much, it cannot. The body cannot do that with the insulin. That means you got diabetes. Your sugar level is high, and blood sugar can be high like that. Now you got diabetes right there, and you got high blood pressure. So you got two things to deal with.
So what's the difference between honey and sugar then?
Oh, honey is the extraction of bees. Many times we got corn syrup that is mixed with different chemicals to give you the sweet. Then you got honey. Okay, it's the same thing. More people animal sweet is the honey bees. You see the bees. You see the bees make a comb and they drain the honey from there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ask you to take honey and put it in your tea and drink and take that. It will not be as much as sugar per se. It will not be that much dangerous as sugar per se, because it's coming from the animal side. It is not purely chemical that have been added into it.
Okay. What about the men's side? Concerning about magnitude, when man is eating too much magnitude, what does it have any side effect on men's food?
Magnitude, like I told you, say is a salt. Okay, magnitude is a seasoned salt. But your man who we have not scientifically find out that the man who is weaker because he eat a lot of magnitude. No, we are not saying that. A man who becoming weaker is due to testosterone reduction. Your testosterone is lower at a certain age of the man. Okay, So testosterone is lower, then you will not have erection. Or if you have what happens if you have cholesterol level, your cholesterol level is high, it clog the artery. It can clog the artery in the penis as well. And if it clogs the artery in the penis, blood does not go in there. You only have erection. You only have erection when blood flow into your penis, and that artery supposed to be open wide for blood to run into it. When blood run into it, you will have erection. But no blood run into that, you will not have erection. You
So
see?
why are so many advanced food that men supposed to eat normally to build that system up?
Most of the food, some of the good food that we see, like we eating rice, it is too much of carbohydrate is not good for men. You know, too much of the carbohydrate is not carbohydrate from bread, from bread, from rice, and from more anything that can give you starch is not too much of that for men. But what good so much for men is fruit and vegetable. You see, you can see grape, you can see berry, you see pomegranate, you can see plum. You know, these are things. Then you can eat green leafy vegetable. Those are things that are good for men. Those are some fruit. Those are the things that are good for men. When you come to this age, most of your food should be in from this particular group. Okay.
That is to cut the rice down.
Okay.
Cut the bread down.
Yeah, you cut the rice down. You cut the bread down. Okay. You tend to eat leafy. I mean, right now we have a whole lot of juicer on the market that men can buy to make their own juice and drink to be healthy. Green leafy vegetable juice, you can drink that to be healthy. You can make that to be healthy. You can buy a juicer and make what we call you can take a kale, you can buy kale leaf, a green one, you can buy green apple, okay, you can buy celery, okay, and make a juice out of that, because those like something like celery itself is like a high blood pressure medicine, because when you drink celery, it causes you to pee more. And when you pee more, you reduce the pressure. You see? You reduce the pressure. So celery by itself, it's the plant. It's just a green plant. It's not chemical. So you drink celery, it do a lot of good things for you. You see? You get green juice, green apple juice. It do a lot of good things for you. Kales, that the green leafy vegetable, it help you with your blood cell it got a high iron content in it and all that. You see, those are things that we advise people to take most of the time. You see, and the vitamin content, the calcium content, in all these things, mineral resources in those vegetables are good, and it is not chemical. That's the good thing about it.
So milk is also good at night.
To drink a milk?
Yeah.
No, you drink a milk is not bad. Milk is good. You will drink a milk is good because your calcium soy, that one good side of your calcium soy, you get good calcium from your milk and other things like that. Okay, milk is good. You can it's good at night, yes. You can take that. It's not bad. And you take milk, then exercise. It depends, is there a low fat milk you're taking, or is there a whole milk you're taking? So you got to think about that also. You see? So as a big person, you try to reduce your fat contents as you eat. So low fat, 2% fat content in the milk is good to drink in the night.
Thank you very, very much. I will always follow your program. So this program, is it on every day or?
No, it come on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning. like from 10 around from 10 to 12 between that time. We are always on here to on platform for education to give you some to educate you on information that we want you to know.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very important as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will wait for your program.
All right. Thank you, sir.
And God bless you. Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
And you too. Thanks.
All right.
Bye. Yeah, that was our friend coming from he called from the United Kingdom, Great Britain. He followed our program. He asking some thing that went wrong with him. He wanted to know what is happening and all that kind of thing. So, as we come on here, you hear thing going on wrong, call her and let her know, okay, so that we will see what is happening. Call us, let us know what happening. We got the answer, we will give it to you. We don't have the answer, we will make a research. We'll find the research and give it to you. Okay? As we come on this stage, we give you information on, especially I will start coming here and inform our listening audience, especially the Liberian in the United States. All right? The Liberian in the United States. How many of you following me? I will start educating you on the law we got back home, the kind of government we got back home. You hear all the kind of yo, Ellen Johnson, Sally Weir, and all the kind of thing. You hear all that thing going on. But you think they're talking about something that you need to know? No, they are not talking about that kind of thing. They are not talking about that kind of thing. Majority of the people that are talking, the government did, they are all talking for their own good. You see, Liberian men as a whole, they cannot do something. Many of them will not do something when they cannot benefit from it. You see? And I don't see it's the right thing. What the near you coming to school, you learn all the good things, and you just sit down with the good thing you learn from school. So what good is your education if you do not go back or you do not help somebody from what you learn? How will you appreciate yourself? How will you appreciate what you learn? No. We learn to give back. We learn to help somebody what we learn so that person's life, their living condition will be improved from what we learn. That's the whole good thing about learning. But our people go on these social media, they're telling us about all kind of things about the government did. Do they really tell you what the government system is? What kind of government we're talking about? Look at you in America. Look at the kind of government system we got here. You think these people can ever go off? No, these people will be strong forever because of the system we got here. But listen to those people that you listen to on their social media. What kind of government system we got home? Do they tell you the system we got home? No. Like I just told you about high blood pressure. It's a sign of something that is wrong. All right? If you don't want high blood pressure, you will take that wrong thing in from the body that causing you to have high blood pressure. You must take it out. When you take it out, you will not have no more high blood pressure. You see? Take that wrong thing out. But how can you have the wrong thing there, but you continue to say, okay, let me just leave it there. And let it just stay there. But you want the high blood pressure to finish. The high blood pressure is never going to finish when you cannot take the thing that causing the high blood pressure. You can't take it out. You got headache. You come to the hospital. We give you Tylenol. You take it. The headache cool down. You think that's it? What caused that headache? That's what we should be looking for. Let's take the cause of the headache from there. If you take that cause from there, you will not have no more headache. You see? the government system back home is the cause of all these things. If you change the government system from back home, then you will not have no more problem. You have good Liberia to go and sit down and enjoy your retirement and sit down and make your market. Everything will be all right. You can sit down and go to a JFK and you get treatment. You come back and take and get treatment for your diabetes, get treatment for your high blood pressure. You're all right. But if you get the same government system there over and over, no matter who is president, as long that government system is still there, that person, you will continue to have the same pressure. The high blood pressure will still be there. It's not going to do you anything good because you got this system there. Remove that system. When you remove it now, you got different system that will give you good cold water to drink, that will give you good light to see, that will give you good house to sleep in, that will give you good food to eat, that will give you good medicine to take for anything that's wrong with you. You will have good place to live. Huh? But as it is right now, as it is under this system, people, I'm letting you know, this is platform for education. Okay? When we see it, we will educate you on that. I will be giving you some little education on that as we discuss our health problem. All right? But until now, for this point, it is now 1:30. We've been here for a hell of a long time discussing some good things. Okay? So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello? Is anybody there?
Goodbye.
Okay, now. So we've been here for a hell of a long time. We will be here again on Wednesday, Wednesday morning to the afternoon. All right. Until then, this is Liberian Radio and Television Network, platform for education. Your host has been Demons Kakula Pay, broadcasting to you live from the state of Pennsylvania, United States of America. Goodbye.